Okay, so here we are, ready to talk about addiction. You know, we've heard that term before. Basically, when a person becomes addicted to a drug, there are two criteria that are involved. One is that the individual has built up what's called a tolerance for the drug. So what does that mean? It means that the individual needs more of the drug to get the same, get the same effect. And so, where a person may start out at this level and get that effect, now they need more. Heroin is such a good example of that, a sad example, if you will, where an individual then will get, X amount of heroin, and it will give them a high. In fact, when we talk to people who have used heroin and then ultimately most of them become addicted, in fact, right now in the United States, there are, if we take a look at all drugs, not including alcohol for the moment, there are about 2 million drug addicts. That is, people who every day get up and absolutely need a drug to get through the day. Initially they get high at first, and then as time goes on, as I say, they begin to build up a tolerance. They need more of the drug to get the same effect. So when we talk to heroin addicts and we ask them, what was it like, and they say, well, at first when I used it, it was wonderful. There are people who say it feels like a full body orgasm. It's, the greatest pleasure that they've ever experienced. Many people with cocaine say the same thing. People with meth. There are, incredible things that these drugs do to your brain. And of course your brain wants more. And so with heroin then, with 2 million drug addicts, what we have out there are people who, you would say, why don't you just, go on and get treatment? Because one of the things that also happens once an individual becomes addicted is that their brain chemistry changes, is that the neurons are firing differently than ever before. So there's actual physiological changes that have taken place in the brain. So for many people, that drug then has a hold on them that they could have never imagined. I think there are a lot of people out there who kind of think, well, I'll take this drug a few times and then, I'm tough and I can go through withdrawal symptoms and so on. And, yeah, you might be able to go through, which is, of course, the second criterion for determining whether an individual has become addicted, is that they go through withdrawal symptoms, is that their body has become used to it, and then without that drug, their body begins to go through shaking and nausea and vomiting and headaches and just incredible discomfort for a period of hours and days. And there are many people who go through it, and then at some point, a few days, months, years later, they go back to it again, because that drug has controlled them in ways that they never dreamed possible. Why? Because their brain chemistry has changed. So that leads me to a question that I want you to write down on your notes, that I really want you to think about it. If I could think of all of the questions that I would want you to consider when you think about drugs, it would be the following. So get ready. I want you to write down this question. You ready? What drug, so get this down, what drug, if I took it, what drug, if I took it, would I like too much? Now think about that. There is a drug. There are drugs out there waiting for you, that if you take it just once, your brain is going to go, yes, yes. Now, you may not have, intent on taking it more than once. In fact, when we ask the question, why do people take drugs in the first place when they know they can be addictive and so on? And so whenever I talk about this, I always go up to the board and I write, and this is a simplistic explanation, but one of the main reasons is curiosity. I just wanted to see what it was like, right? Just wanted to see. For some people, they take it because their life is so miserable, they want their brain to feel better. And so, here they are, of course, having these incredible experiences with this drug. But what drug, if I took it, would I like too much? because you don't know and I don't know our physiology. We don't know which drug that if we took at one time, our body would crave it again and again and again. Now, people who take heroin the first time, let's talk about, how would someone want to take heroin? So let's say one day you decide, yeah, I want to take heroin. I want to do that. So what do? You go, well, I got to find it first. So you go on, go online and check out where I can get heroin. Oh, Highline College. Yeah, go to Highline College, score some heroin. Then you take it home. And it's like, okay, now how do I got this powder. What am I going to do with it? Well, you go online and there's someone who explained to you how to shoot up heroin. So you got the spoon, you get the syringe and all that, and then shoot up. Now, what's interesting is that some people, I don't know what percent, 10, 20, 30%, the first time they take heroin, they throw up. Right? It's like, oh, that was great. Let me do that again. Well, what happens is that their bodies just react to it in a negative way. But second and subsequent times, and for many people, the first time they take it, it does give them this incredible high. I remember reading about a woman last year who said that she ended up being addicted to heroin, took it just out of curiosity, always wanted to see what it was like, took it, and she said, in a normal day, my happiness level from 1 to 10 is about a 7, right? I took heroin, 25. I was like, yes, this is, right? And so even though she didn't intend on taking it again, days later, she kept thinking back on this amazing moment and for hours, how great it felt to, take this drug, right? And so eventually she went back to it. Not, when you talk to any heroin addict or any drug of the 2 million drug addicts in the United States and say, did you want to be a drug addict? Almost no one would say yes to that, right? But these people then become addicted. And so that's where we are today with, why, and this whole idea of, curiosity. And usually taking a drug for the first time is a social phenomenon. So what does that mean? It means that usually there's someone else involved. Rarely do people do it alone, like, look online and how do I do this, and usually your first time is free. People are so nice that they would give this to you for free. Isn't that great? And then they show you how to do it. And then guess what? Here you are wanting to do it again and again. And pretty soon you are one of those 2 million addicts that you would never have dreamed of. So that's what happens in addiction. Buildup of a tolerance, need more of the drug to get the same effect. And without the drug, they eventually go through withdrawal symptoms. Now, I was reading an article years ago about a guy and his girlfriend who had been using heroin a few times, and he tells a story. He said, I remember the first time I really realized that I was addicted. He said, my girlfriend and I would shoot up heroin maybe once a week or whatever, and we were doing fine for several weeks. And then one day, our supply didn't arrive, and I started having cold symptoms. I was running nose and kind of shaking a little bit, a little fever. And after a couple hours, I was complaining about it. And he said, my girlfriend said, you're going through withdrawal symptoms. I go, no, I'm not. I'm just, I got a cold or whatever. He said, so then my drug dealer arrived and got it all ready. And I shot up. And I remember reading this. And it said, boom, P-O-O-M, boom. All my symptoms went away. And he said, I realized, yep, I was going through withdrawal symptoms, and that was the beginning of the end for me, okay? So that's what we're talking about with addiction. Buildup of a tolerance, going through withdrawal symptoms. Next, let's take a look at factors that influence the effect of a drug, okay? Talk about that in a minute.